supply and demand be damned. The principle of a self-regulating market is clearly too vulgar for the rarefied world of classic Aston Martins. The all-new all-old continuation DB4 GT, a factory-built facsimile of the original, manages to goose Adam Smith by turning the long-established economic theory on its head. The arrival of 25 more DB4 GTs represents a substantial increase in the total supply. Just 75 were produced the first time around between 1959 and 1963. Yet rather than depressing the values of the existing cars not even to the equivalent of $2 million that Aston Martin Works is charging for the continuation cars, it has actually boosted values of the originals. Since Aston announced plans to build this car in late 2016, you have needed to find at least $2.5 million for a half-decent GT and even more for one of the ultra-rare lightweights that the continuation model is patterned after. A 1959 example, the first built, sold last August at a Pebble Beach auction for $6.77 million. The GT isn't a restoration or one of those attempts at a made better estimate. Every part is new, including frame, engine, and gearbox. Concessions have been made to safety, equivalent to those an original DB4 would need to compete in vintage racing. The prototype we drove had a modern roll cage, racing-grade bucket seats, and 6-point harnesses, plus a fire extinguisher and a battery Q-TOF system. Everything else is as the original, with the cars hand-built by Aston Martin's in-house restoration division, Aston Martin Works, implementing the same techniques used for the originals, including hand-beaten aluminum bodywork. Some parts have even been made by the same suppliers, more than half a century on, including the Boroni wire wheels. Paul Spires, Aston Martin Works managing director, reckons about 4,500 hours of work go into assembling and painting each car. Not that improvements haven't been made. The new cars are built to more exacting standards. After scanning of several original examples showed that they were all substantially different from one another. The works engineers also realized that the earliest cars had all been built with a slightly kinked chassis, possibly because they were produced at one of David Brown's tractor plants, and this has been corrected rather than replicated. These new cars are built at the Aston Martin Works facility in Newport Pagnell, England, making them the first new cars assembled there since 2007. Panel gaps and shut lines are assembled to tighter tolerances, and the paint finish is to a far higher standard than you'd find on any car in 1959.